Okay, guys, this is going to be our next game. It's going to be a critique, and it's going to be a way to learn. And immediately, right off the bat, we're watching FunKyCaKe, and you can see you just started FunKyCaKe. Started your first drone at 9 seconds in. You want to get that first. I mean, you can pause right now. You can see that I'm building my second SCV. I am on here. Oh, by the way, yeah, by people that don't know about this game, it's right now I play FunKyCaKe on the ladder, and then we started talking afterwards. He found my stream, we became friends. He's from Germany, likes Ramstein. It's awesome. He went to the same school as Till's cousin or something, and that's really cool stuff. So right now I just offered to help him out, play him a little bit in a few more games, and really actually start looking at the gameplay. So that's the backstory. But back to this game, and actually the learning aspect of it is that FunKyCaKe right now, you could have your 8th drone building. So there's also 60. You should be spamming SD, SD, SD until you get to 9 out of 10. So just get this and continue. Right now, go ahead, pop out any questions you want this entire time. That's what this is interactive learning. That's the whole point of this. But now you can see that you're getting ahead. This is fine. It is going to be a ZVT, guys, on Shakuras Plateau. And right now, this is just us discussing the last couple games that we did play. So that's definitely fun times. I definitely enjoy people being very friendly. And I do see the extractor trick. Yeah, you can do that a little bit faster. When you hit 60 minerals, then build the extractor. Select your hatchery, just spam SD. The second your drone starts going in there, then you cancel the extractor and then immediately spam right-click on the minerals, so it's as efficient as possible. But FunKyCaKe did beat me in one of the games that we played in the previous one. Right now, we're basically looking at Mutaling Baneling. That's going to be the focus of this game. Mutaling Baneling against Terran, which is pretty standard stuff. You can see that right now. Here I am, just walking off in the front. I really like that this game is against me, because I can go ahead and pop in with interjections like, okay, this is what I was thinking at this time while I was playing with the intention of going for A, B, and C, and reacted to you're going X, Y, Z. So that's why I really like that I'm playing FunKyCaKe. And at the moment, right now, we're just seeing the spawning pool. I think they went down 14. I think it was 14, which is perfect timing. There's nothing wrong with that. Hatchery should be coming soon. Now we're at 15. There's no reason to get the hatchery any later than 15 right now. Alright, so now we're running around. You can see that I did block the scout. So we actually take a look at the vision of FunKyCaKe. Nothing is in here. So this is kind of a scary position for Zerg right off the bat. You don't know what's happening, but a good thing that was seen by FunKyCaKe. First off, why are you going all the way down here? I think you're just shift queued. You should be pulling them directly back in there. You do. Yeah, you can see it clicking over here. But you gotta be careful of the situation. Something that you're going to need to just assume is that, okay, it's not going to be a 2 racks coming from the Terran. Also, looks like you did a second extractor trick. Don't bother doing that. You gotta get out your overlord in time. Granted, we are talking. That might be what's messing you up. But try and make sure you don't get supply blocks. So just, I am going for a no gas expansion. And I will be getting down the command center the second I get 400 minerals. Yeah. And by the way, guys, yeah, right, we actually, FunKyCaKe and I just played a PvZ. I'm gonna go ahead and upload. And actually, should be misclicking. I just wanted to catch you guys and say, hey, look, I made a mistake. Terran's not my best race. Now here we are. I'm going ahead and spawn larva. I'm not spawning larva. FunKyCaKe spawning larva, and I really like that you pulled away your queen from the SCV to spawn your larva on time. That is a hugely necessary, thing to do as Zerg. You got to keep your spawn larva up on top of it because it's so important. All right, so now no gas quite yet. It's looking to be you're going to delay your gas. You right now, okay, I'm going to pause this right here. 500 minerals in the early game, this should never happen. I don't know what's going on with your larva. You got 3 larva. You should not have 3 larva. You haven't even used this. You need to go ahead and spend this larva instantaneously. Now you're talking, but that should never hamper your playing. Your playing should be your #1 priority. 500 minerals earlier on, you can almost have 2 hatcheries with this. Alright, so looking around elsewhere, where are your lings going? Right now, are they just sitting out in the front, or are they going to move? Lings should not be sitting around. I can see you're still talking, but you gotta play more than talk. Because at the moment, you can see that your production tab is just the hatchery. There's no drones coming in, and you need drones. You have an extra overlord that larva could have been a drone. You really gotta work on the drones earlier on. So let's continue and see what's been happening with this money. Because now you are up to a full 7 larva There we go, bringing in all drones. That's great. But notice how the second you built that, you went down 150 minerals. If you got those drones sooner, you'd be in a better position exponentially. It's so important, those early drones. For faster you get them out, the better. So now, we have all these barracks. You can see them going for this double gas after the no gas expansion. Alright, so now we're going to move on and continue watching that. I like that you're getting the second queen. It's a great thing to do. You want that, especially when you go for that slightly later expansion where the queen's knocking about the build down there. Instantaneously, it's good to have this. And will you spawn larvae? You got 26 energy. Oh, you're so close to perfect. Nice. 3 energy. Very, very good job. So this hatchery is now done. Second queen pops. It should become spawning creep tumor, heading down, and you get another queen too. So you're going to be able to spread a lot of creep with this. Okay, so now barracks are down for me, so I'm going double tech. I'm going to go for a little bit of an early push. So right now, that's my plan. So if you're looking at FunKyCaKe, right now you should be having a ling over the front. You should be scouting for its expansion, because you haven't seen anything this entire game. You should never be going 8 minutes in, or was it actually 6 minutes, not 8 minutes. You should not be letting yourself get caught off guard, because as of right now, there could be a Banshee on the way to your base, a Banshee that could be going forward, or getting built or something, but something that can catch you off guard like a Banshee is going in right now. So Evo Chamber and Spine Crawler, good placements, but you gotta be careful against Hellions. Something you might want to do actually is spawn a creep tumor here almost instantly, so that you can get your creep out to this ramp faster. And if you put down a Roach Warren here, Evo Chamber here, Spine Crawler, and then wall off that third queen and just continue spreading creep, there's nothing Hellions can do to get into your base. And because right now, this is a good building placement. It's definitely one of the better ones. Just be wary of the fact that Hellions could theoretically come around the backside, natural, and attack into here. Your positional advantages is still pretty significant, but you gotta be able to be here because I think Hellions can fit through here. Granted, normally Terran will poke in, see the Spine Crawler, and just pull back. So I really have no real complaints on this. I'm just kind of nitpicking every single possible thing I can. Let's go ahead and see the double Evo Chamber. That's a very nice thing to do. You should probably get to work on your lair. You should probably have your next couple of gases coming right now. I'd hope to see your second gas by now and getting your lair. So when you go Muta, you want to get them as fast as you can economically. And you still, I don't think you've poked. Have you poked in? Yeah, you still haven't poked in. When you should know my expansion timing. You should have a ling right up here and just poking up instantaneously. Have a ling just waiting, maybe even in this spot, so you can watch as this lands. And just have a ling out here so you can watch to see if I push out. Because right now, you can see I have Sim almost done, and I have Combat Shield completed. This is what I'm doing. A quick little Marine push. There's your creep spread starting. Very good. Your lair. Oh, is that your natural? I think I should have remembered that was happening. But when is this going down? Because I want to see if that was around the time that I was saying it should happen. Because if it was in production time, I just blatantly missed it. I would feel kind of bad. Yeah, I think I might have. I might not have. I think you did start it after I said that. I would hope you get it. But still, what I was saying before stands. That's when you start it. I want at least a second gas in there so you can get it sooner. I don't know what your timing was pulling guys back onto the gas, but looking around here, Metabolic Boost and Evo Chambers is good stuff. Alright, so now once again, I'm just not going to bother going. I'll go forward times 2 for next minute or so, but still, you've got to know the expansion timings. That's huge information. It's key information. Because for all you know, I could be going for some huge one-base Siege Tank Marine all in right now, and you'd have no idea. Or maybe just plain Marines all in, and you'd have no idea. Or maybe even a Thor SCV all in, and you have no idea, and that's an issue. So here we are. I'm going to pull back, and actually, before this goes in, I want to say that, let's say, okay, I'm going to actually do a little bit and examine this. And about what's going to happen with this push. Okay, so let's say you had a link right where my mouse cursor is. You would find out at that point, because it would get killed. You would then see this mass marine force pushing forward. Hopefully you see the combat shield. And you could immediately, let's see, you have enough to defend this. You have 16 lings, a single spine crawler, a baneling nest on the way. Problem is you're not going to have banelings out perfectly in time, but as of right now, this force can take out this force easily. That early warning could allow you to put down a few spine crawlers over here or something that you'll be able to complete by the time the army comes in, and full round of lings. Let's see how many larvae you have. Okay, you have 7 larvae at your natural, and you have 16 larvae. You should not have 16 larvae. You have 1,000 minerals. This should have been spent by now. It's good that you have that larva, like the ability to have that larva, but you've got to actually spend that larva. Let's see, you've got Queen, perfect, almost perfect energy. You're naturally going to need to vomit right now, but still, this is looking to be very, very good for you. If you spend that 1,000 minerals, you wouldn't even need to remit anything, because at the moment, I am ahead of you in the food. That should not happen. You should be close, but you should be ahead. Look at your drone count, 34 to my 36. That's another thing that should not happen. Even though I did the very fast expansion, there's no way I should have more SCVs than drones when I haven't done any harassing yet. You can see that if I go to the workers killed count, you've killed an SCV, I've killed no drones. That's the only unit that's been lost this entire time. So we got to watch out for that early money. So now let's see what's going to be happening with this. So now, okay, now you should, with the vision you have, you look over here and you see those Marines moving forward and you're like, okay, attack's coming in. Hopefully you click or just see this and you see that the combat shield is there. But are you reacting to the vision of it on the minimap? You're getting your gas is up. Okay, good. You're getting a second layer. That's a little odd that you're getting a second layer. I guess that's why I thought that. Okay, there's no reason to get 2 layers. Well, the second you get 1 layer, you unlock the capability to get everything that has to do with the layer. If you're a hatcher, you can still get these layer upgrades because they just require a layer. You can't have to research them from a layer, which is a pretty important distinction. So, Billions is almost done, and you've got 1,000 minerals. Let's take a look at your larva. Looks like you just spent those 6 larvae at that base, but your main, you still have all of those guys as well. You have 6 drones in production, and honestly, that's fine, but I'm hoping that these are going to be lings. I'm hoping that these are going to be lings, and you're going to morph banelings the second you can, and you're going to pop down possibly 1 or 2 spine crawlers to defend against the push. Because if you can take no damage, even if you put down a spine crawlers and lose drones that way, you're still going to be perfectly fine. So let's watch about what's going to be happening with this attack. There, now you officially have knowledge, and you're reacting by building 20 lings. Okay, good. Bring in more Marines. Now we're going to go through this, and creep tumors are there. I can't remember if I scan or not to take them. I think I do. Probably just going to go for the push and do some damage. But there the banelings morphing in. Okay, watch out for this morphing of the baneling position. You've actually just walled yourself off, or at the very least, made it so your lings cannot come out en masse. You have a lot of lings, but these 4 baneling eggs in particular, bad. A better thing to do would be to just box, let's just say those 11 links is what I have selected, send them over here, and then you spam the E button to get those banelings out. And if you did them over there, you would be able to move in with the links here, and then flank with the banelings into this part of your base, while I would move up the ramp. And you gotta be careful, because you see that Marines are split. So banelings going to be a little less effective. Plus, you have no centrifugal hooks quite yet. Your second layer is almost done. But let's continue and pop through. I'm going to move in, and there's me stimming to run forward and take out a lot of those lings. And the second those bandits come out, we try and get a few of them to be killed. And by the way, okay, you're pushing forward. Okay, I would actually retreat earlier on if I were you. You end up taking a lot of damage that didn't need to be taken. You can see that I haven't lost that much. You've lost more. I've lost 9 Marines. You've lost 137 resources worth of units. But your banelings were getting killed. Your lings were trying to get up there, but unless you can commit to going for the surround, it might not be worth it to continue pressing the way you did. So I would actually have just the second that my units went down the ramp, just pull back, stay above the ramp, because the Marines can't shoot at the ramp until they have vision. If you force the Marines to get into melee range in order to attack you, your lings are going to be infinitely better. Okay. So you can see that you're getting out more lings. You're getting out the +1 attack. Oh, you actually have 3 evos. You might want to just only go for 2 if you're going for mainly melee units. That's all you really need. Alright, so I got all but 1 of your creep tumors. That's kind of frustrating. But still, this queen is ready to go ahead, and you might as well go to the limit of the creep and actually just spread it down there. You can see I'm retreating. I'm not exactly going to be crazy aggressive. But now, what do you know about me? Because as you can see right now, I'm getting double factory out, and I'm going to be getting starport soon. I've got 2 command centers, so I'm preparing to double expand as well, as far as you can tell. But this is the first time you've gotten vision of my natural, is with these 2 refineries and this overlord that is over here. So it's not exactly the best scouting that has been happening so far, and I could easily catch you way off guard. So, what are you going to do? Are you going to follow this guy too? Because that's something I do want to see. Let's see how you're controlling this little passive spot. You're getting out your Spire Tech, good. You're getting your melee attack, your carapace, your centrifugal hooks, and getting more drones. Very nice. Your drone count is now 41. That's very little. It should not be that low. Your money, if you look at it right now, is 1,400 minerals. That should not be the case. You can get out a few overlords, double expand, get out a bunch of lings, get out a macro hatchery. You've got to spend that money. So let's see how you're going to spend it. Because right now your Overseer on the right side of the map is not doing anything. You're not utilizing it to get the scouting information that you would ideally want. You're spreading creep, that's really good. But you're doing it a little slowly. I don't know what you're doing right now. Is you're just sitting here. Are you... Did you go... Oh, you were typing. Ah, okay. That's why your APM was 0. But once again... While you were typing, your money went up to 2k. You have 2,000 minerals and 500 gas. You're down 25 food. You're preparing for the future, but that's about it. Okay, so now let's, I'm still waiting for you to select the Overseer. That's what I'm actually just following your camera for to see. So here you are with this very large Ling army. They're getting upgrades. That's great, but you need more drones. You're expanding again. Okay, I do like that. But where are your drones? You should be just spamming all your hatcheries and pressing SD. And so now you're going to move forward. Why'd you pull back? You didn't even see what those are. You don't even know if they're minerals. Okay, are missile turrets, not minerals. You see they're not missile turrets, and now you're just watching double port, but you didn't... Did you not click on the... You should always click on the add-ons. Let's see. Are you going to change anything? You're going to move forward. You're not clicking on them. Reactor? Okay, good. You did click on the reactor. Good, good, good. I want to make sure that you did that, because if that was tech labs and you had to just assume they were reactors, that would be bad. If those were reactors and you assumed they were tech labs, that would be bad. Both ways would be bad. Hopefully I didn't repeat the same way twice when I said that. But still, you're scouting just with that, but you don't know how many factories I have. Send your Overseer over my base in its entirety. Get that scouting information that will tell you exactly what I'm doing, because as of right now, you've missed a very key thing. Third base is going up, and I'm getting a planetary in the middle of the map. I'm preparing to go for the late game with this setup. You can just know that because this is basically meant to make sure that you can't really do a lot of Zergling run by attackers. The Zerglings are going to be less effective, and they'll be more difficult for you. But check this out. You're still not getting that. You have the Mutas here, but you're not poking in with them either. You've got this Overseer, once again, doing just about nothing. Your food count is behind me. Should not happen. You have your third base down, but guess what? My third base has been functional before yours is. So you need to be able to actually see this is happening. And as we look at my vision, I've done similar bad things, but I did scan. I've seen most of your infrastructure that really matters. Macro hatch, good, but let's see. Look at your hotkeys at the moment. You have a drone hotkeyed. You have your 2 layers hotkeyed. You have 2 queens hotkeyed. Once again, your 2 layers, I think. Yeah, 2 layers. You have a hatchery. Well, I don't know what your separation is with the layers and the hatcheries. You can have them all selected as one, and you'll be fine. You'll be able to build everything you want. Okay. So now you can see that I'm really slow over here doing what I can. Alright, so now you get +2. You got a Spire getting the attack. Right now, you might as well throw down an infestation pit and start working towards Hive, because you've got so many minerals. You need gas, but you're not spending very much. Let's take a look at how much you've actually mined. Let's do the math and see who's mined more. You can see economy, almost dead even. Technology, I've got a couple thousand on you. Army, you've got a couple thousand on me. So you've mined similar amounts, but can you imagine if you had, instead of 51 drones, if you had 80 drones at this point, which is possible, 70 drones at this point, more than plausible. You could have done that quite easily. These food counts, it would be crazy because you would be up at pretty much max food while I'm here at 159. And that would give you a much better position. You've got this base, 3 larvae just sitting there. You haven't been able to utilize this at all. Over here, you've got this queen here, but you've only have these 10 drones here. Let's take a look at your natural. You've got 14 drones mining. Your main, you've got... whoops, that's not what I want to do. You've got just 17 drones mining, or 15 drones mining. You want 16 per base. You're close, but you're not quite there. You're going to want more than that if you're on 2 or 3 bases only. But let's continue watching and take a look at how your economy is going to develop, because you need economy. This is the main weakness that I'm seeing in this game. I should not have more SCVs than you have drones. Alright, so now this is starting to get a little bit scary for you, because if you actually saw his army, you would say, oh dear God. But as of right now, once again, no scouting information. You don't even know if I have a third. You don't have the watchtowers. You need those watchtowers to send a ling or two to each of the watchtowers, because right now, I have more vision than you do. As if now you have the mutas, that's your first scouting information, though. The question for, you're losing a few creep tumors. But see what you do with your mutas. I want to see how you control these mutas and how you're going to handle what's about to happen. So you're spawning larva good. On the minimap you see that there are those units. Why are you pulling back into this ball? You see those guys? Now is when you start preparing for the attack. You prepare for the flank. You take these lings, you put them here. You take these guys, you put them here. You take these guys, you put them here. And you take this fourth group over here, and you put them here. And you get ready the second eye conversion here. You attack. You get the full surround. You attack from this entire angle. And it'll make it a lot harder for me to really be able to kill you, because you'll be able to surround it 4 times faster. But now let's once again go to take a look at what you can do with your mutas and everything. Because right now they're standing over here. And you're just going to retreat? Okay. Let's say you didn't retreat. Let's say you didn't retreat, and you went around and you poked around. Okay. You have this entire spot. Yeah, you've literally this entire space to enter my main base and pick off these. Maybe not that guy. You still have this guy. You got these supply depots. You have not that supply. You got this armor you can pick off. You've got this reactor you can pick off. And those are your main targets that you would want to hit right now. But guess what they would do? Pull back my entire army that's sitting in the middle of the map, waiting to be aggressive. Waiting to be aggressive. And that'd be a great thing to do. Plus, you can pick off siege tanks that are being made right now. Granted, right now my macro is slipping a little bit, but let's take a look at the food counts at the moment. Once again, should never happen. Let's take a look at the worker count. Oh no, it's even more so in my favor right now. 72 SCVs to your 51 drones. So let's go ahead and continue watching, because right now these mutas are just heading back home. Alright. So now also Overlord spread. Overlord spread should be one here, 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 here. You should have Overlord here, Overlord there, Overlord here, Overlord here. You should be everywhere. You should be able to see a spot drop when it comes a mile away. Luckily, your mutas are just here having blatant vision of this drop as it comes in, and you take it out. That kind of saddened me, but still. You should be doing that with the Overlord, not necessarily with those mutas. But here comes another drop that you could have seen. This double drop is going to catch you off guard, and the damage it's going to do is going to be a little unfortunate. So now, what are your upgrades right now? You've got the 2-1. That's good. 2-1 is definitely good for upgrades, but you want a little bit more. Alright, so now running around here, we can see that Nidus Worm, it's an interesting choice, but you don't really have very many places you can put it in. I think you're going to set it down over there. But look at that. During the meantime, you've now lost that hatchery. And I'm coming down here, and where's your army? There's your army. I'm going to come in and see this, but I will be able to, you guys, allude to the additional thing. You're not pulling back units. Most box these drones and just send them down to the bottom patch. But now you're going to be a little bit scared. I think you're just waiting for me to go and just take advantage of it. But the banelings here are a nice choice to go ahead and help with this. And now you have to kill a bunch of your drones, though. You just transferred drones directly into a drop that you knew was coming. That's, you cleaned it up, but let's take a look at the worker count now. Yeah, 49 drones to 80 SCVs. I am maxed, you're at 144. This is not the way you want to be in this macro game. I've shut down this base. You're now down to 3 bases, and I'm working on a 4th. And I don't think you know about that 4th either. Yeah, no knowledge about all of this. You have a Nidus coming up, but let's take a look at what happens to that. SCVs, immediate surrounds. It pops out, but still, it's just a few SCVs. A few SCVs I'm not even going to lose that, because I can actually attack you and take out those guys. And you're just pulling it back up again? That's not very wise. What you should be doing is, if you're going to do a nice one in this situation, put it over here where it'd be harder for me to notice. Because right now I'm shutting it down. You're getting a few more guys out, but it's honestly, it's expensive to put up a Nidus Worm. Its exit costs 100, 100. You just spent 2 mutas worth of people. You've got so much in the... Your bank is a serious issue. To have 5,000, over 5,000 total, 20 minutes in the game, without being max, that's a big slip in your macro. Your queen energy that was so good earlier on, it's now getting super high. In fact, you only have 2 queens on the field right now, it seems. You have 3 queens on the field. Where's your 3rd queen? Why is it not at this base? Is it spreading creep somewhere? There it is, it's spreading creep. But once again, max energy on, literally max energy for 2 queens. This guy's got 176. It's got 2 hatcheries that's spawning larvae on top of. This is, this multitasking, this management of multiple things is really hurting you at the moment. You're getting this base up again, that's very good, but 52 drones. You're relying on these lings to go ahead and take off all these guys, and you're killing off a few SCVs, but even with the SCVs you're killing, let's watch what happens. A few Marines. I think I was just waiting for Marines to be built. I don't know. But anyway, we're not focusing on me, we're not looking at you, and this larva's going to die, so it's going to be off creep in a second. There it is. Okay, but now still. You're here again, new queen, new set of energy to watch. But let's take a look at something. Looks like those. You're saying this guy up there again. That's not going to do so well with those Marines. Okay, now all your night shenanigans are cleaned up. Look at this. Word kills 19 and 12. I means I would have had 77 SCVs to your 74. No, I should never be creating more workers than you. If you'd only have to have 74 drones mining to my 77. That's not good. You should be able to harass a little bit more. If you kept up with the muta production, which it seems like you actually almost did, like you just stopped at these original 10, once you get to 16, you're the +1, maybe a little higher, you can take out missile turrets without too much difficulty. So what could easily happen in this situation is, 2 missile turrets, armies down here, come in, mutas on the right, kill off this turret, attack the SCVs in this corner. The second you see a Marine, you pull back. You've got this cliff to help you. You can even pull back into my main and use this cliff to help you defend, and come over here and take out the supply depot, take out these guys, because this missile turret is not going to cover these left 2 most supply depots. These are the holes that you need to exploit with mutas when you go to mutaling Baneling, because you're trying to delay the production of this army. My 2-2 army max food versus your 2-1 army with 143 food. Let's continue watching and seeing what else we can go ahead and expose. Because also, hey, look at that! I'm getting another base. Getting another base. You don't know about that base. Don't know about this base still. You can't just assume that I'm going to be having bases. You got to scout them out. Know for a fact they're there, because it can help you scout something creepy, something cheesy, or something just to catch you off guard. But right now, you're going to go ahead and lose a lot. Lings are finally going to move forward, and look what that's going to happen. Now you see one base. They're going to move over here, and where you're going to see another base. Looks like someone just under attack. I don't know what happened. I think this just killed something. Yeah. But guess what? Now, and just try and go for links for scout, you've discovered 2 new bases. One's been fully up and running. This one is just now going down. And that's scary for you. And you still don't know about this base. Now you're going to go ahead and start losing some things. And you're going for... where's your other... Nice, it's down here, right? I remember this guy. Yep, you got this one muted spot for this, but check it out. I have a huge army up here. And this is going to be a little bit of a trouble. Actually, by the way, I did that on purpose, but something you got to watch out for are siege tanks on this high ground. That's very, very annoying for Zerg to deal with. That's why you kind of want mutas. If you're going link Baneling muta, you got to keep an eye on those ledges. So here comes your Nidus Worm, and you have Lings going to come down, but it's going to take a little bit of power away from this army. And yeah, when I saw it wasn't in my minimap, that's why I scanned over there, and that allowed me to see that that's where it is. And it also saw me you make those Banelings. This is a lot of Banelings. When you go for this planetary fortress kill, you got to be really careful. But now you're going to see me moving forward and try and catch your units off guard and force them into my Marines. Siege tanks are going to pop in, and now you're going to see that this is a very, very difficult situation. You're going to move forward, you're taking a lot of hits. I didn't target down your Banelings like I should have, but still, this is a lot of damage. Oh my god, my sound is on loudly. So now you have these mutas. Look at how many mutas you have. Why didn't you harass? Why didn't you move forward? And why didn't I attack when I had +3? But now let's watch if this band's going to move forward. And this is the thing. You gotta be careful. Okay, yeah, you just sent them here. You're actually not attacking. You gotta control these manually to make sure that that doesn't happen in a situation there. Because you did a fair bit of damage, but I'm gonna continue pushing in. And as you see, you have mutas with a +1 attack and nothing else. I have +3 attack marines. Mutas can't handle that. And you had more than enough banelings to take out this planetary fortress. Oh, that's a misclick for me to kill. I'm gonna kill off those banelings immediately. Now I have all these guys. And can you imagine if you harassed with your 24 mutas or however many you had? It would have been so good for you and bad for me. Splash damage didn't hurt me. Okay. But this game is basically done now. Still have yet to really utilize this expansion. You've lost a lot of drones. You can see that I've killed 32. You're down to 36. I'm taking out pretty much. I'm not even worrying about really doing too much with these guys in the micro. I'm leaving my. I don't know why I'm leaving those guys there, but still. Oh, that's unfortunate. I just forgot about those guys that were left on the cliff. They can't even stim anymore. But still, look at my base count. You still haven't seen this base. That should never be happening at the end of the game. So I'm moving forward, and I've got a huge another force of Marines moving in. Look at this. Your upgrades, your 2-2. I've got the 3-3 on the way. I've got the +3. Even my siege tanks are getting the +3 attack right now. This is a lot of DPS for you to try and handle. So your second hive, the layer of hive is gone. Infestors are out. A lot of free drone kills down here. This is a situation where it's good to have burrow, because then you just burrow all these drones and try to keep them alive to really keep yourself into this. But still, right now I have 5 bases. You're down to 2 without any tech. This game is done. So just to go ahead and start talking about what really went on. It was basically economy. You saw how I was ahead in food count the entire time, and that's really hurting what your capabilities were. You can see how I've got a lot of tech out. I've got full tech up for all of these Marines, and plus it's about to be done. Rats with those mutas, you can look for all those openers. You can see the sniping of this turret. When you have 24 +1 attack mutas, they will one-shot a missile turret without any issue. So there's the GG, and that is pretty much what's going on. Is economy. Utilize the mutas to harass and really take advantage of what you can. When you go to kill a planet fortress with a group of banelings, I like what you did going for the SCVs. That's a great move. Something you should do is lead with one baneling or a couple lings to tank the first planet fortress shots, because it does splash damage. It takes out a fair amount of banelings in one shot. It does 40 damage, and if you don't be careful, you won't have enough to kill the planet fortress. But what you can do is right-click here, go right along this right side of the planet fortress. So even though if it does attack, the death of the 2 banelings will still attack it, plus the SCVs in the mineral line will go ahead and die. By the way, pop in if you have any questions about what I'm saying. I would love to go ahead and answer a few. But now let's continue to go ahead and find more openers. The fact that you didn't scout those expansions is pretty big. And your bank is very large. You have a lot of money just holed up in your minerals and gas, and that just aren't being spent. And honestly, you gotta get up to Broodlords. You really want to go for Broodlords in this, and when you're going up against Terrans in the late game. Broodlords will be a very, very large plus for you right now. Because you can see the mission that I'm in, I'm able to get out another 4 command centers. I'll be able to sacrifice, let's see, I'll take 30 of my SCVs, sacrifice them into your army, getting scout information and killing you, and I'll be able to mule for all of my income in terms of minerals. And I'll be able to have 170 food at army, while you're here at 24 drones. So something to be wary of. You gotta keep an eye on that. Creep spread was good. I like that a lot. Creep spread was definitely nice. I just want more expansions, more economy, more droning earlier on, more focus on harassment, multitasking, forcing your Terran to stim, forcing the Terran to go ahead and be wary of his positioning. Because if he moves out, he's going to be vulnerable to a lot of mutas coming in here and attacking the main base. And then you're going to be in a big deal of trouble if you're just going to let me move out and just take you out with a few simple attacks. I think that's going to about cover it. Let's go ahead and see if you're saying in the chat. Alright, so thank you very much, guys. I will go ahead and hope you enjoyed this. Hope you learned from this. And I'm going to go ahead and actually wait. How far am I? I figured that. Okay, so yeah. So thank you very much. Hope you learned.